Ideally, in the ideal world, I'd say that young children ages 0 to 3.5, sometimes even 4, need to stay home with their mom. We're gonna talk about daycare and all that stuff later on a different time. But I'm a true believer that kids should be home with their parents, should be home with their mothers, should be home with their families, grandparents, aunts, friends, surrounded by people who love them, surrounded by people who want to invest with them. They need to be surrounded by people who will not leave because they're family. Family doesn't leave. They're hopefully really long-term relationships that, they're gonna last a lifetime. So if you can find a nanny that will be a great fit and then can stick with you with the attitude that she is, wants or not, she's better want it. She is a part of your family now. She's gonna be that person of trust for your children, a person who they will form this very strong attachment and bond. And every time you break this bond, when you change a caregiver, it's a huge undermining of trust into the world for the children. They would be like, why would I attach to this person when they only leave me and they will break my heart again? So nanny is that person for them, a person of trust. She's vital. Think about that, how important that is. Look at 4 things. First of all, what you want to look at is how you find a good fit as a human to human. And by that I mean your core values, religion. If religion's views don't align, forget about it. It's not gonna happen. Move on. Find somebody who looks at life and the world through the same lens. Culture is a big one. Me, I am Russian. I live in the US for many years, over 20 years. But still to this day, actually, the more I live in the US, the more Russian I become. The more I gravitate to my own culture and my own views. So you want somebody who will either like that in you or who will complement. Yes, politics. Politics is one of those things that we do have to, especially now, consider. The world seems to be so black and white, so choose a side, right? Pick a side. And politics run, they run our lives. They run school systems and healthcare systems and everything from what we eat and drink and breathe. So you'd better be aligned on what side you're on. Trust your gut. If something seems not right, doesn't sit with you right, most likely it's not right. Check with you and make sure you're peaceful in your mind and in your gut when you're making a decision to hire a nanny. And interviewing this new person on the phone, she seemed fantastic. She was from my culture, and we aligned on many views and approaches, and she seemed like a very good candidate. I couldn't wait to meet her. So next thing, what we did, we're like, okay, let's set up a meet and greet. You're gonna come to my home and briefly meet my children, meet me, we're gonna chat, and we can take it from there. And my assumption was that I would love her. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait to meet her. She sounds fantastic. Like, I might actually have such an ally and a friend out of this person. And the day came, she was running late. I'm like, okay. I was like not feeling quite great about it anymore. It was raining, it was dark, cold. And she called me up. She said that she couldn't find the house. Which house we are on? It's a little bit hidden behind the bushes. And I'm like, oh, just, follow the bushes and little steps and you'll find us. And as I go open my front door of the house, I can look down. I looked down and I saw her climbing those steps. And from the moment she put her foot on that very first step, I knew that she's not the person. I didn't even see her yet, I just felt it. So by the time she came up all the way to the house, I already made my decision. She met my kids had no interest in her whatsoever. She had no interest in my husband, family. She was just kind of like looking around, kind of like a sneaking around or something, just trying to figure things out. It was very unpleasant. And when she left, I forgot about her, because in my mind, I would not even consider calling her back. And guess what? A few days later, I realized, like, oh my god, I forgot to call her back to say that it started right fit. But I checked my messages and there was nothing from her either. So the feeling was mutual. Trust your gut. Your kids will tell you. If they're old enough to actually converse and say words, they will literally tell you. If you ask them, did you like Anna? Like, what did you guys do? Like, you know, and if they go on and on about her and they're excited, you're like, okay, they're getting along, they're having fun. If kids say nothing, that's pretty rare. That's not a good sign. That's pretty bad. If the children cannot speak yet, and you want to kind of get the temperature in the room, how the fit is going, look at the body language. Is your child smiling when that person comes in the door? Is he running towards her? Is he hugging? Are they letting them touch them? It's mega obvious when you look at it. Really, just observe the body language of your children. Don't forget to call those references. Do ask for references and dial those numbers and have conversations with the people they claim they worked for. Ask detailed, specific questions. Be prepared. Ask something like, what kind of ages were your kids when this and that person, when Anna was working with you? What was she good at? What was her main strength? What do you think she could improve in her work approach? Did you have any fights? If yes, what were the fights about? Did you disagree on anything? If yes, what was that? You're blessed. Keep them, make them happy. They're your ally. That concludes my conversation for today. I'll leave a comment. Bye.